Hello students, very warm good morning to all of you. This is Karishma Srivastava from Dream India School Kurut. I'm your SST teacher. I'm back with my new video lesson. Today I'm going to teach you History Chapter 1, Tracing Changes Through 1,000 Years. Synopsis of this chapter. What we are going to discuss in this chapter are introduction, new and old terminologies, new social and political groups, regions and empires, old and new religions, thinking about time and historical periods. So let's begin this chapter. Introduction. A map of the Indian subcontinent made by a famous Arab geographer Al-Idrisi in 1154 shows South India in the north and Sri Lanka at the top. But another map of the same area made by a French cartographer, a person who makes map in 1720, is quite different from what Al-Idrisi made. Historians have to be very careful when they used old things to study history. Yes, because the method of making maps and text differ from time to time, and not everything written in past was correct. Next topic, new and old terminologies. First point, historical records, languages and the meaning of words change with the time. Next, in the Mughal era, Hindustan was the most common term for India. In the 13th century, the term Hindustan was used by Persians and Mughals to mean the areas around the Indus River Valley in the north West India, Punjab, Haryana and the lands between the Ganga and Yamuna rivers, but not South India. Babur also used the term Hindustan to explain the geographies and cultures of the subcontinent in the early 16th century, and that was similar to the way Amir Khusrau, a famous poet, did it in the 14th century, like that. Historians have to check the meanings of the term and words they use as they change from time to time. For example, today we use term foreigner, yes, to mean someone who is not an Indian, but in the medieval period it meant any stranger who was not a part of a society of culture. Next, historians and their sources. What are the sources? Historians rely upon old coins, inscription, architecture and textual records for information for their studies. In the medieval period, gradually paper became widely available and cheaper. People started using to write holy text in chronologies of rulers, letters and teaching of saints, petition and judicial records, and for registers of account and taxes. Next, manuscripts provide a lot of information to historians. However, they are difficult to use as manuscripts were handwritten. To know what the author had actually written, historians have to read different manuscripts version of the same level. Next, new social and political groups. First point, the 1000 years between 700 to 1750 was a period of large scale economic, political, social, cultural changes. There were many developments in technologies. For example, the Persian wheels for irrigation, the spinning wheel for weaving, and powerful firearms for big fights were invented in that period. People who traveled in search of opportunities not only brought new ideas but also new foods and beverages with them. Many Rajputs became famous in India before the rise of Mughal Empire. Initially, the term only included sons of ruler, but later it also includes soldiers and commanders. Marathans, Sikhs, Jat, Ahoms and Kshatriyas also become important in the Indian subcontinent in that period. Many forests were cleared to make land for agriculture. Peasants became an important part of society and started receiving help from the rulers if they paid taxes. Different groups of jatis or subcastes came into existence on the basis of occupations, and rules and regulation made by the Jati Panchayat were enforced by an assembly of elder people. Regions and empires. The Cholas and the Mughals controlled many parts of India from Bengal to Afghanistan, and historians are still trying to find the reason why rulers kept claiming to have control over other regions. The Chola, Khilji, Tughlaqs, and Mughal dynasties built big empires known as Pan regions. However, all those empires were not equally stable and often fought with each other. Mughal Empire declined and the British Raj became more powerful in India in the 18th century. With the decline of Mughal Empire, many small rulers and kingdoms came up across India, but almost all of them continued to be influenced and affected by the major changes happening across the Indian subcontinent. Thinking about time and historical periods. Time is not simply the passing of hours, days, or years, but it is the reflection of changes that happens everywhere all the time. But we can study time in an easier way by dividing it into periods or eras. British historians divided the Indian history into three periods. First one, Hindu, Muslim, and British. But no one follows that classification today because it is considered very narrow. Instead, the period between 700 and 1750 is called the medieval period, meaning it was the time between old and the modern periods. During the medieval period, India became very rich and powerful and attracted even more merchants and government from around the world, especially Europe. That's it for today, students. The further topic I will discuss in next video. Thank you and have a wonderful day.